Hi everyone, my name is Piterpakulski. Today we'll continue building financial model for a clothing store, shoe store. So we are building a chain of stores, of 40 stores. And today we will be covering very interesting topics. So this will be discounting, discounted cash, discounted payback period. So this will be a very interesting exercise. So like, share, subscribe. You can always order financial models from scratch for your unique business ideas. We can help you with that. At the end screen of this video, we'll give you the link to the playlist where I will be keeping all these tutorials from scratch. And when I completely finish this model, I will put all the links in the description of this video as well. So you will be able to see the whole process of creation of this model from scratch till the final overview. So first of all, let's go through what we did before during our previous tutorials. So in our model we have 6 types of stores. We have here they are. We have 6 tabs. In each tab we are specifying the revenues, the expenses, the life cycle of this or that type of stores, and then all these 6 types form our chain of 40 stores inside the tab called core. So first of all, let's go to, for example, store type number 1 and look at it as an example. So we have a rule in our model, so all inputs are colored with blue. So when we will be building scenarios, we will be touching only these blue cells. So we will not be touching any other cells like this, because they contain formulas. So we are playing only with blue cells. So this is the rule number 1. So we have in our store, we have 2 types, two collections: spring, summer, and autumn, winter. For example, first of all, we specify the spring, summer collection when we start selling this collection. We specify the month. Then we specify the product line for this collection, pricing. We can switch on and off products from calculations. We can increase and decrease pricing using these global and local coefficients. Then we are setting up the sales plan for this collection, how many units will be sold during the season. We have global and local coefficients for sales plan. Then we are specifying manufacturing costs for this collection. Then we're using global and local coefficients for manufacturing costs. Then we are moving to price counting. So first, when collection appears in the store, we have no discounting for prices, no discounting. Then, for example, we can discounting appears, and we can specify the level of discounting for different product items. So here we specify the price discounting. Then are talking about sales plan. So here in this area, in percentages, we are allocating 100% of sales plan for this or that product item inside the season. So this is the season, for example. And here we allocate 100% of units sold inside this season, inside the timeline. So if we, for example, allocate more, for example, or less than 100%, we will see here a mistake. Then we start describing autumn-winter collection. The same story. When we start selling this collection, product line, pricing, sales plan, manufacturing costs, discount, price discount, sales plan allocation, and so on for these 2 collections. Then we start working on manufacturing costs. We start allocating these costs. So this is the moment when we start selling the collection. This is the spring-summer collection when we start selling it. This is autumn-winter collection when we start selling it. And then before this moment, we have 6-month period when we are manufacturing this collection. And these are manufacturing costs, and then we are allocating 100% of this manufacturing costs inside this 6-month period prior to the moment when we start selling this collection. So this is here we allocate 100% of manufacturing costs for spring-summer collection, and this is allocation of autumn-winter collection of manufacturing costs. Then our store has some fixed costs, like for example rent, advertising, some other costs. So here we specify what are these costs. They are monthly values. We can switch them on and off. We have global and local coefficients for fixed costs. Then we have payroll of this store. So these are positions of people. These are amount of people on each position. This is the monthly salary of one person on each position. This we can switch them on and off, global and local coefficients. Then we are talking about investment plan for this store. So here is what we are investing in. This is the moment when this store starts operating activity, and before this moment we have 6-month long investment stage, and here we are allocating how much we are investing in and when we are investing in before we start operating activity and what we are investing in. We can switch on and off different investment plan costs. We have global and local coefficients for investment plan. Then we are specifying the duration of the life cycle of this store. For example, we would like to introduce some stores that will generate losses. For example, not all of our stores may be successful. So some of them will generate losses. So that's why we may create a portrait for the store like this, and say that the life cycle of this store will be, for example, 24 months. So we will generate losses, then 24 months will go, and then the store will be closed after 24 months of operating activity. And we may create the portrait for this type of store. So here we are setting up the asset tax monthly value, and here we are setting up how fast we are reaching the target revenue. So the legend is that our assumption is that when we open the store, we're not able to reach the target revenues right from the first month of operating activity. So we will be reaching these values step by step, and these steps are demonstrated here. We can change this, adjust these steps, and this may show us some additional need of additional financing, because for example, if we gain only 10% of targets, we may face operating losses because our costs will be higher than our revenues, and we will need to add additional financing to the project to compensate these operating losses. And that's why this block of inputs is very important. Then the same story we have for store type number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we are creating different portraits of, for example, small store, medium store, big store, for example, store that demonstrates losses, for example, and so on. So we have 6 types of stores. Then here we can see simple payback period diagram. Here we can create scenarios. For example, we have global coefficients for all the pricing, for all the sales plans, manufacturing costs, fixed costs, payroll, investment plan. So if we increase or decrease these coefficients, we will be able to see how this diagram changes. For example, if I increase the investment plan, for example, we can see how this diagram changes. So this is the place for scenario play, for the future scenario play. So we have 6 types of stores. We can name them here. We can switch them on and off from calculations. Then we have a core in our model where we have a list of 40 stores. So here we have 40 stores, and we can specify the type for each of 40 stores, types that we've just described. Then we're setting up year and month when this store will be opened. We can switch this specific store from calculations, switch on and off. So then we are adding a loan. So here we can specify the amount of loan, term of loan, interest rate, the grace period for interest. Then we can specify grace period for principal payments. Then we will be able to set up year and month when we will get this loan. Then we start talking about management company. So for management company we have 3 variants of appearance. The first variant of appearance is then when the first store in our chain starts its operating activity. The second variant of management company start is when we are setting up the amount of stores, the specific amount of stores when management company will appear. This is the second variant. And the third variant, when we are manually setting up year and month when management company appears. Then we are choosing between these 3 scenarios of management company appearance. We can switch on and off management company to see how the chain itself operates, breathes, let's say so. Then we are setting up management company fixed costs, payroll, investment plan. Then we're setting up some taxes rates. Then we are building cash flow statement. Then we are calculating how much financing we need in this particular scenario that we built. And then we're calculating simple payback period. So what is next? And now we need to, let's delete this diagram. Let's introduce a new parameter. We will introduce discount rate. So this will be percentage rate. For example, let's assume it will be 18%. So this will be input, and it will blue like all other inputs. So this will be a year, discount rate. Then we need to transform this year discount rate to month discount rate. So how we can do that? So let's press equals, then 1 plus this rate, then use the power sign, so this will be our month discount rate. Okay, this is the first step, number 1. Then we need to calculate. Let's create a table. Just a second, we will put the year from here. Let's create a table called discounting. So first of all, let's calculate not discounted cash flow. So we'll take the result from operating activity plus the result from investment activity minus principal payments minus interest payments. So we're looking how the business operates itself without external inflows like equity or loan and so on. So this is the cash flow itself.
So what we are doing now, now we need to just count the months. Then we need to calculate discounted cash flow.
So how we will be doing that? So I will take the not discounted cash flow and dividing 1 plus monthly calculated discount rate then I'm using power sign, and as a power I'm using this line. Then I'm pressing enter, and this will be discounted cash flow. Now I'm going to extrapolate this formula to the right. Now we need to calculate so discounted cash flow accumulated. So now we'll be adding new value plus to the previous. And this value will be net
Present value.
So this value at the end of the timeline, this will be net present value. Here it is. This will be net present value of our scenario, of our project. Now we need to calculate the discounted payback period. So here the formula will be very simple. So if this value is less than 0, we will put 1, otherwise 0. Now I'm gonna create the totals for this line. And now we know that the discounted payback period equals to 42 months. Here it is. This will be discounted payback period. So this will be simple payback period. This will be discounted payback period. And the moment when the project generates the cash equivalent, discounted cash equivalent to the amount of money that we've invested in it, will be when this red line, red values, turn to, just a second, turn to black, from negative to positive. Okay, and now we can create the diagram for discounted payback period and simple payback period. So what I'm gonna do, let's create a table, payback periods. This will be simple payback period. This will be discounted payback period. Payback period, simple payback period will be, I will pull it from this line. Okay. Yes. And discounted payback period, I will pull from this line. Now I'm going to extrapolate this formula. Now we can create two diagrams. Let's go to insert, choose this icon. So here we can see the chart. Let's put it here. Let's name it simple and discounted payback periods. Now I will go here, select the data, edit, choose this area, months and years. Now what we can do, we can copy this diagram, put it on the top, so for example now we can increase, for example, the payroll twice in all the stores. See what will happen with this diagram. We can, for example, we can exclude some stores types from calculations very quickly. So now we can play with inputs very quickly the way we want. It's very important when your financial model is ready and you want to test how stable your business idea is, what are the strengths of your business idea, what are the weak points of your business idea. So we will be using this area for the future scenario analysis, and that's why we will be putting net present value, simple, discounted payback period, internal rate of return, financing needed, somewhere close to this area. So we will be playing with these global coefficients. We will be looking at the diagram, see the values of financials, and we will be quickly creating, for example, this scheme of opening the stores, that scheme where we will be switching on and off. We will be playing with the time when we will be opening this or that type of store inside the timeline and looking at this diagram. So we will create a huge amount of scenarios and we will be able to do that very easily. So today we were looking at discounting, net present value parameter. So I hope you enjoyed. Please like, share, subscribe. You can always order financial models from scratch for your unique business ideas. We can help you with that. At the end screen of this video I will give you the link to the playlist where I will be keeping all these tutorials, and when I completely finish this model I will give you all the links and in the description of this video as well, so you will be able to see the whole process of creation of this model from scratch till the final overview. So hope you enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching. See you next videos. Thank you and bye.